In 2017, a new research and innovation university was inaugurated here in Morocco. Designed from the outset to be an ecosystem for innovation, research, and entrepreneurship, the first of its kind to be built in Africa. A next-generation university with 5 founding principles: promoting research, innovation, and entrepreneurship, developing skills and knowledge, bringing forth a new generation of competent leaders, developing sustainable partnerships, sharing the values of social responsibility and sustainable development, attracting many of the best minds from Africa and across the world to its main campus here in Ben Guir, 50 kilometers from Marrakesh. Mohammed VI Polytechnic University has a forward-looking approach to research and education, fully focused on innovation, experimentation, and the pursuit of excellence, with an ethos of learning by doing. PhD students and professors work together as part of a unique entrepreneurial culture, developing pertinent research projects critical to helping Africa realize its potential, with experimentation at the heart of education, starting research in small laboratories before scaling up to full-size experimentation in our living labs. Such as the experimental farms to test new methods in agriculture and fertilization. Making ideas grow and incubate in the innovation and entrepreneurship platform with a network of mentors, coaches, and numerous scale-up opportunities. Tackling the challenges of education in Africa is a core principle of the university by being close to policymakers while being anchored in academic analysis and knowledge. The university focuses on bringing concrete answers to the population's needs. The Digital Learning Lab develops digital modes of education, including massive open online courses, widening the reach of education and knowledge. The university aims to bring forth a new generation of environmentally conscious, competent leaders, offering scholarships to the best students from remote areas, being socially inclusive, giving a chance to everybody to succeed. The university is connected to a global network of academic and research institutions, while also developing partnerships with public institutions and industry, collaborating in R&D, continuous education, and knowledge transfer. Revitalizing agriculture in Africa is a challenge not only for the people of Africa, but for the people of an ever-growing world. By bringing humanities and technology sciences to the continent, and by educating the next generation of competent leaders, Mohammed VI Polytechnic University brings a solid contribution to Africa's sustainable development. Mohammed VI Polytechnic University, nurturing today's talent, impacting tomorrow's Africa.
Hi everyone, hi everybody, wherever you might be. I hope you enjoyed this first snapshot of UM6P through this video we've presented. I am Mariam Leishawi from the admission office, and chances is if you have already applied or sent us an email to sonis.support@um6p.ma, I was the one who answered you. So welcome with us today, and I'll be giving you an overview of who we are, what we do, and most importantly, why you need to join UM6P. So let's begin. University Mohammed VI Polytechnic was founded in 2013 by Grupo CP and inaugurated by His Majesty King Mohammed VI of Morocco in 2017. We are a private and non-profit university that, due to its founding context, works closely with major industrial and economic operators in Morocco. And this proximity is apparent in both our research and academic programs. In the sense that we tend to focus on applied research, and the topics that we usually address share the common goal or rather the ambition, if I can say so, to drive Africa's sustainable development. From water management, agricultural challenges, we work on renewable energies, urban planning, complex systems, mining, chemical and material sciences. We also have an extended research portfolio on human and behavioral sciences, collective intelligence, and policymaking in the context of Africa. And last but not least, finance and emerging economies. That is to say that at its core, UM6P is firstly a research university, and all our academic programs derive from these topics, which means that our faculty are in the great majority researchers and are keen to include the latest trends in their lectures, and always stay at the top of the subjects they are teaching. Secondly, the fact that we are oriented applied research, we can kind of confidently say that we are addressing in our programs the hot topics for the employment markets, so that our alumni are part of the next generation of leaders capable of driving Africa forward, either in research or joining corporations or building up their own startups. We also get a lot of questions about whether we are in Ben Guerir or Rabat. The answer is both, and we are thinking of expanding our education campuses. UM6P is a decentralized university. The main campus is in Ben Guerir. A second one will be opening next term in Rabat, and we also have a research center down in Laayoune. We are planning opening 2 other campuses, one in Casablanca and the other one in El Jadida. The reason that we have those campuses spread across Morocco is that we believe in proximity. Each campus will focus on a specific thematic, and we choose its location to be close to major operators in those fields. In this way, our campus in Rabat will focus mainly on human sciences, policymaking, and political sciences in proximity to the organization working in those fields that are mainly based in Rabat, while our campus in Ben Guerir focuses mainly on STEM subjects, and by STEM subjects I mean science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and is close to several living labs that will facilitate research and learning in those particular fields. And I do have a map here. So as you can see, the campus is located at the heart of Mohammed VI's Green City in Ben Guerir. And I'm going just to add briefly that Ben Guerir is a small city at 50 kilometers north of Marrakesh, which is, as you know, is one of the major cities in Morocco. The commute takes usually between 45 and 1 hour, depending on the traffic and whether you are taking the train or the highway. The campus hosts the experimental mine and farm that you actually can see on this map, but also the Green Energy Park, leading research on renewable energies, the Green and Smart Building Park, which is our School of Architecture Living Lab, and we also have access to Startgate, which hosts our ecosystem startups, and the latest addition to all of this is the data center that is built around a world-class facility and hosts Africa's most super powerful computer. Its high flexibility will enable us to, hopefully, to reach some unprecedented levels in our research. And actually, the School of Computer Sciences shares the same building. Since its foundation, UM6P has been working on strengthening its network of partners. We are lucky to count some of the most elitist and prestigious, either local, in Africa, or international research and academic institutions as our partners. We are also part of the RU Forum network in Africa, and we have several ongoing research projects and are working to develop some exchange programs all over the world. All these connections enable us to stay ahead of the major trends and topics on both research and education. Speaking of which, let's zoom in on education. We are a new university. This is no secret. The first school started in 2013, which means that we still don't have many enrolled students in higher education. But that is not the only reason that we have small cohorts. We prefer to have small groups to optimize the learning experience. We believe that each student should be able to reach out to faculty, teachers, and coaches easily. We also tend to focus a lot on practical training, or what we call learning by doing. And that are usually, those training sessions are usually organized in small groups to give each our students the time and resources to practice what they learn. We are also building a career center, which main role would be to help students get the right training and coaching so they can be ready to face the job markets once they graduate. All in all, considering both undergraduates, graduates, and non-conventional trainings, we have around 15 or 20 open programs for 2,182 students. Usually the numbers are 25 to 30 students per cohort and program for undergraduate degrees and 20 for master's degrees. We are also working on upping our international students numbers to 25% from African countries, not counting Morocco, of course, by 2025. So, so far, it's not true we only have 7% of international students, but we kind of managed to reach out to 23 African countries and counting this year. Let's dive a little bit deeper in our organization. I said earlier, we are moving toward establishing thematic campuses. This is accompanied by an organization that reflects the same principle. We have 3 clusters: science and technology, humanities, economics and social sciences, and business and management. So the first one, located in Ben Gurion, the science and technology cluster, includes EMIN, the School of Industrial Management that offers a 5-year study cycle to deliver an engineering degree. It's also the school that opened in 2013, as mentioned earlier. ESAF is the School of Agriculture that addresses the subjects of farm management, fertilizers, and environmental sciences in the African continent. SAP+D is our School of Architecture, Urban Planning, and Design that actually focuses on the hard sciences behind the architectural designs, especially in the context of smart cities and sustainable buildings. The Institute of Science, Technology, and Innovation includes department in chemical, material, and data sciences. The Green Tech Institutes target the technologies and management in the wake of Industry 4.0. UM6P is our computer sciences school, which will be opening for first time next September and will be delivering engineering degrees in computer science. We also have an institute that focuses on biology and paramedical sciences. And last but not least in this cluster, we count also 1337, which is a non-conventional coding school based solely on peer learning rather than lecture-based pedagogy. Moving on to the next cluster, we have La Faculté de Gouvernance, Sciences économiques et Sociales located in Rabat. It delivers both bachelor and master's degrees in the fields of political sciences and governance. In the cluster business and management, located temporarily between Rabat and Ben Gurion, and includes the Africa Business School that debuted as an executive and continuous education center and will be opening for the first time this year its accredited master's degree. We also have a School of Hospitality, Business and Management in partnership with a world-leading institution in those fields in Lausanne, Switzerland. The School of Collective Intelligence that focuses on understanding the science behind social and collective structures. And finally, METIERS Center is a different program in this cluster in the same way that 1337 doesn't follow the typical structure and offers a 1-year training as social facilitators. Before I move on to the next slide, I'll just say that we also have a center for doctoral studies for those interested in pursuing a research career after they graduate, and a set of continuous education programs. For the next term, we'll be opening the following undergraduate programs. Cycle préparatoire intégré management industriel, which is the preparatory classes for the industrial management industry in engineering, the engineering degree in industrial management, the preparatory classes for computer sciences, the architecture degree, licence des sciences infirmières et la licence des sciences des données. Alongside in economy, human and social sciences, we will be having licence en économie appliquée, licence en sciences politiques, licence en relations internationales et finalement licence en sciences comportementales pour les politiques publiques. All the aforementioned programs will be taught both in French and in English, And finally, we have another bachelor degree that is 100% in English, which is the Bachelor in Hospitality, Business and Management. For the graduate programs, we deliver in both French and English the master's degree in bâtiment vert, material science and engineering, sciences chimiques et phosphates naturels, modélisation et sciences des données, usine 4.0, énergie renouvelable, global affairs, economic analysis and public policy, behavioral and social sciences for public policy, sciences politiques, économie et développement, et le cycle ingénieur en management industriel. So those programs are taught in both French and English, and we also have a set of master's degrees that are delivered only in English, and that are international management, financial engineering, collective intelligence, and fertilizers science and technology. Okay, so don't forget to apply before May 21st. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment or send it to us directly by email to admission@um6p.email. Moving on to the next part of my presentations, we will be going through why you should actually join UM6P. Personally, I think that what makes us unique is the way we see higher education. In fact, we believe that higher education is not only a time for learning and preparing to get a job, but is an opportunity for personal growth and self-discovery. We are convinced that through the experience and life on our campus, we help our students to become driven people, passionate about what they do, and most importantly, citizens striving to participate in overcoming Africa's today and future challenges. And to achieve that higher goal, we based our educational model on 4 pillars. First, our programs are designed for our students to acquire certain specific skills. UM6P graduate is an expert on their field of study, self-aware of their strengths and weaknesses so they can better overcome them, but also so they can work effectively in groups. They are able to think outside the box, innovate, and initiate needed actions. They are critical thinkers. They are aware of the environment they work and live in and have a sense of the common good and the greater good. They understand the African context and factor it in every decision they make. They are comfortable manipulating a large amount of data and analyzing it. And they're also a great communicator and are always striving to learn more. And more importantly, capable of doing it by themselves using the different mechanisms and tools that we are trying to teach them. Secondly, and again, as I've shown earlier, our campuses are close to living labs. And by that, we mean full-size infrastructures that enables our researchers and students to conduct real-life experimentation. So how does it apply to higher education? As an example, our students in the chemical sciences master degree have access to a real industrial lab in Safi, close to OCP chemical plants, which is a world leader in the fertilizer industry and one of the major operators in the Moroccan economy. So for these students, 25% of their studies will take place in that lab, which corresponds roughly to 1 in every 4 weeks. So not only their work there is graded, but will count toward their final grade upon submission of their project reports. Thirdly, and I'm guessing is one of the slides you've been all waiting for, this is actually driven by the way we see our role as a higher education institutions. We believe that deserving students should have the means to afford a good education. It is as simple and as straightforward as that. That is why Ibn Rushd Foundation for Science and Innovation offers grants to our students. In fact, a large majority benefits from scholarship in both the form of either a financial aid for low-income families or excellence scholarship to award the top-ranking applicants in the admission test. Those grants might be, under specific circumstances, be combined and will cover the entire duration of the studies, unless, of course, there is a withdrawal, failing, or disciplinary issues. And finally, our campuses are designed to help our students keep a healthy life, In Benghazi alone, there are 5,000 square meters of outdoor space dedicated to sports infrastructure, in addition to the indoor semi-Olympic sized swimming pool, among other facilities. Our students also have access to a health center, and UM6P sponsors a lot of activities such as the drama club, chess tournaments, and art exhibitions to facilitate building a diverse and intercultural community on campus. Because we kind of understand that learning always becomes easy when it's fun. And I'm going to finish on that note. Thank you for being here with us today. Don't forget to apply before the May 31st. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment or send it to us directly by email to admission@um6p.ma. Thank you very much, and I'll be waiting for your comments. So we have a first question here. Yeah, the hospitality and business management program is taught in English, only in English. Next, maybe. So far for the undergraduate level, we don't have business programs. We only offer a program for the in financial engineering and international management and master's degree. But in case you are also interested in the hospitality management and business programs, please feel free to ask us for a brochure or more details on admission@um6p.ma. Yes, the majority of our programs, apart from those who are only in English, are taught in both French and English. And we believe that languages is kind of part of what our students should master in order to get their degree. So we'll be working closely with them alongside through our language lab on campus, so they can master both languages and be confident to communicate in both. So yes, there are opportunities for students who have les classes préparatoires. I think that the program for the engineering degree in industrial management will be accepting those students to participate to pass the admission tests, and we'll be following closely on that with you through email. So for now, we are focusing on the first part of the admission process, which is collecting the information that you send us, your grades, what you are interested in, and so on. And for those who have already applied, we will touch base with them and give them the dates for the entrance exams, depending on the programs they've chosen. So the Africa Business School offers 2 master degrees, which are graduate programs in English. The programs are in international management and financial engineering. Yes, yes. All of our programs have eligibility requirements, and depending on the program that you will be choosing, they might differ. So once you apply and you get us the first set of information that we need, we will get in touch with you and ask you to complete them based on the program you've chosen. Okay, so yeah, as I said, we have 2 different kind of financial aids program. The first one is the financial aid for low-income families, and this is based only on the students' family income. And the second one is an excellence scholarship awarded to the top-ranking students in the admission test. Okay, So thank you guys for your questions. I hope to see your applications very soon. And if you have any additional question, please send us an email to admission@um6p.ma. Thank you very much and have a nice evening.
I think that what we should be asking ourselves is what really is happening in Africa. And I think that it is remarkable in terms of a rising Africa and a new Africa and a lot of the different conversations that I've had. I've just come from King Mohammed VI Polytechnic University, which I think was, to put it in vernacular, blew my mind away. It was just really fantastic.
Je crois que le rêve du roi Mohamed VI, de voir que le Maroc, certainement qui a des ressources, mais surtout compter sur les ressources humaines et de bâtir ces ressources, pas seulement pour le Maroc, mais pour l'Afrique et pour le monde. Donc, ce que nous sommes en train de construire ici, c'est de voir comment le monde de demain peut apprendre de l'Afrique.
I've seen here transformation. So when we talk about transformation of African economies, this is an excellent example of what can be made. It's a necessary element to transform fundamentally African economies by bringing together knowledge, education, and production.